This is How Was School Podcast, and I'm Fee.
And I'm Mo.
And yes, thank you for joining us again. I only have this phone because the article that I wanted to reference later is on here. Stop it, fool. But anyway, so Mo, how was school?
It was something.
Ew.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You always make a weird noise.
I'm sorry.
Like a weird sound, like
I
ew.
am a weird sound.
She's got me there, folks.
Fuck that.
No, I love you. So, like, what happened? Anything exciting? Anything newsworthy? We need to switch to audio. Audio only. So, Mo, I should have never started it. It's my fault. I blame me and you. So, Mo, how was school?
It was good. Yeah.
That's all we got?
Yeah, it was good. So.
Ew. Sorry.
Nasty mouth. The kid who was like that I got in a little tiny fight with before, watch previous episodes. I was walking home and just the universe decided to plop him right there, and he walked by me. I was here, he was there. He walked by me, and he saw it was me. I didn't acknowledge him. I was on my phone. I didn't acknowledge him whatsoever, but he saw me. He was like, oh, my chance. So he turned around before like he passed by me completely. He spit in front of me. Again, didn't touch me, so didn't care. But yeah, he's still mad that I pushed him into a desk.
Yeah, my immediate response to hearing this was punch that motherfucker in the face.
Yeah.
But then Daddy was like, we should go talk to the principal, and that's probably the better idea.
Probably if you don't want to go to jail.
No, I was saying you punch him in the face.
Oh.
You won't go to jail if you punch him in the face. You'll just get a little
self-defense.
tiny bit suspended.
Just a little bit.
Just a little boop of suspension.
Is suspension fun?
No,
Like,
what you mean is suspension fun? It's you miss school and you're not allowed to make up the work that you miss.
oh.
So you just lose, you lose credit for those days.
I thought you just don't come to school so you don't get in more trouble.
No, suspension is incredibly stupid. When I was in middle school, they had No, they actually had something. Well, yes and no. They had something called in-house suspension, where you did not go to your classes.
In school suspension. They still have that.
Oh, okay.
You just don't. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Oh, you just don't go to your class.
But yeah, but you got to sit in a room all
Yeah.
day and like do other work.
Mm-hmm.
It was the worst.
Mom, what'd you do? What'd you do?
I don't even remember.
Mom! What'd you do? You fight somebody?
No, I didn't fight in middle school, but no, I didn't fight a teacher. What kind of maniac?
I mean, nowadays, you give maniac-esque vibes.
What?
Maniac vibes.
Nowadays I give maniac
You tell me to
vibes?
play in traffic.
That's different. And I don't say that. Daddy says that.
You say it too.
Yeah, I say it. I was trying to pass it off, and you'd be like, "Yeah, it's just him," and I'd be like, "Yeah, lies."
No lies.
I'm kind. But no, I honestly can't remember what I did. I hope my ashy ankle ain't a shot. I'm pretty sure.
It probably
is. Yeah, I have no idea.
Did you trip a kid? You're just like,
Yeah, I have no clue. Like, it could have been something as simple as, like, I kept forgetting my ID or something, and it was like, I kept getting in trouble for it. Yeah, you had to wear an ID in middle school. But I'm just saying, it could have been something as simple as that, but I honestly, I have no idea. I don't remember at all.
Speaking of IDs, they don't really force.
They don't enforce it.
They try to. They're doing their best.
Because this is their first year doing IDs, right?
I'm pretty sure. But they're like trying their best to enforce it. Because they're like, can I go to the bathroom? Oh my god, my English teacher. You can't go to the bathroom without your ID.
Well, they don't want you to get caught in the hall because, like, if you're caught in the hall without it, then they're supposed to ask you where is it, and that's where the whole thing stems from. Since you're supposed to have it on you.
But if... Okay.
I don't know school things.
And there's also a rule where you can't go to the bathroom after, like, you can only go to the bathroom 10 minutes after class started. No, like...
Within that first 10 minutes of class? After that, you can't go?
Yeah. Wait, no. I'm saying, like...
That's weird.
When you get to class, you have to wait 10 minutes, and then you can go use the bathroom. You can't use it.
Oh, so you can't go within the first 10 minutes. You have to wait till after.
But, like, you don't feel the urge to pee, like, during snack. And then once you finally sit down, you're like, oh, well, why didn't you warn me before?
Who are you upset with? Your bladder?
Yeah. You could have told me before.
Moving right along. So you had an eventful weekend, sleepovers and shit. First friends come here.
Yep.
And then I was like, please don't burn down the building.
Oh yeah,
because I left you guys here. And I get back and furniture is moved all about.
It was just this couch.
It wasn't just the couch. The table was pushed up against. Yeah. Dining table pushed over in the corner. It's like, what were y'all doing? Breakdancing?
She was like, it's crooked. I'm like, no, it's fine. She like moved it. I was like, no, it's fine. Then I pushed it back, so it might have gone further than it was before.
Might have. It definitely did.
I will go set that table on fire and leave you just a thing in the middle.
But then, like, who is this new girl? Have I heard you say her name before?
New girl?
I've never met her. Yeah.
Oh, I mentioned her name, but you just probably didn't notice. Like, pay attention to her name. She's in our group chat, little hangout group chat thing.
Oh, cool.
And she hangs with us. She chills with us.
Too many names. And then you, like, went to one of their houses, and you guys all joined up again and did sleepover things. What did you guys talk about? What happened? Tell me everything. Don't tell me everything. I don't want to hear it. But tell me some things.
we just like, oh my gosh. It was sort of like childish, but it was so fun.
What?
So once you turn off all the lights and like close the little curtain thing,
Bloody Mary.
No. Window patio balcony.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a curtain over there. So we closed that, turned off all the lights. It was so dark.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, seek.
You played hide and seek?
Yeah, but there's not that many places to hide, but the little places that we found, it was fun.
Oh, how sweet and innocent. What good children.
Yeah.
How sweet and innocent, like playing hide and seek. That's cool.
We weren't doing anything except for being on our phones and watching TV.
Watching what?
TV.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Don't I like you to make up words?
I don't. What you talking about? I'm grown. I'm super sophisticated. I'm distinguished. I do not do word making up things.
Why? You're 13.
I mean,
what are you gonna do with it? Why do you want it? You're weirdo.
Media. Social media, just media in general, TV and movies, all that stuff. Like, it's all the rave now.
It's like, if you don't look like this, then...
When that was just that was mostly just a black woman thing, but it wasn't even like, I don't know. I never saw or felt pressure to be a certain size, I don't think. If I did, I think I put it on myself. If I did, because I did not want, because I was athletic, and so like I didn't want to be larger than a certain size. Like I remember being in a store and the sizes ran small, so I was in a larger size, though I hadn't gained weight, but I didn't like having clothes that was that size, and I like burst into tears in the store. Yeah. So yeah, so I think it was, I don't feel like I felt anything from outside. Just fidgeting, I don't know, doing stuff. What you doing? Mind your business. But yeah, I don't feel like there was any outside pressure from anyone, because like having a big butt was kind of, or just having hips and stuff was kind of a black girl thing. Like that just came, and it was the ones who were,
It runs in our genes.
Yeah, and white girls did not want to be shaped like us. Like they wanted to be, you know, stick thin, and you know, like white girls were very into boobs. Then they weren't so much. They didn't want a big butt, because a big butt meant they were fat. So,
it can be muscle.
I mean, it is muscle
Most of the time.
Yeah. So, oh, that was wrong. Fuck you. Yeah. But so now there's like pressure from boys to like be shaped a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care because I'm not interested in anybody. None of them are the greatest of people. So I'm just staying to myself.
Okay.
But they make it very clear what they want.
How so? What do you mean?
You have to be shorter than them. You have to be.
And what the fuck they look like?
Very
Like little rail thin, little flimsy arms.
And they're like, I do boxing. I go to the gym. Where does it go? Where is all the muscle that you're gaining? Where does it go? Right.
Show me your gains, sir. Well, anyway, it's just, that's just so weird though. Yeah. I just, I mean, it's all, and I feel like even above that, even above like really blaming it on media, like the message was distributed through all these sorts of media, but it stemmed from adults. Like, we're the ones that started
that stuff.
Yeah, we're the ones that started this, and now these babies are trying to aspire to look this way, and it's like, just
it's like, have you
just
seen
enjoy
Kylie
being
before
a
all the
baby.
plastic surgery? She did not.
Have you seen Kim before all the plastic
like,
surgery?
None of that existed before they
Yeah.
grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, they had money. I mean, they have money now, so they were able to buy a lot of. But when they're just like, they're just like, you know, and now they're like.
Wait, they were what? And now they're what? I love that so much. That's so crazy. So that's where you feel your pressure from, or where you see
biggest challenge, obstacle.
I
mean, it just depends on the person, because they all say it's like, oh, it's all about the personality. I don't care about personality.
Do you?
Are you sure about that? Because you just called her ugly and then rejected her. Get your facts straight, sir.
Okay. So it's just, I mean, yeah, like I said, the shapely, you know, the girls with the big butts and the big boobs, you know, they got attention, but I just don't remember ever, like, for me, ever feeling pressure to look a certain way because of what somebody else looked like or what somebody else thought I should look like. But I mean, yeah, I feel like it was all like pressure I put on myself. Like I've always had a small chest, and so it was like I wanted it to, I wanted fuller boobs, and now it's like I don't give a fuck. But now it's just like they're
for push-up bros.
yeah.
But
And
look at Zendaya. Look at Zendaya.
maybe
She's
you know what?
freaking beautiful, and she's not top or bottom heavy.
Right.
And I love her. She's great.
Yeah. She is.
She's doing perfectly fine.
She is amazing, and she's a good, good role model. Yeah. Just working with what you got and like owning it, and just so fucking classy. Get it?
And she does it. She rocks it so well.
And I do want to retract because, just thinking more about it, it's like, was it me just putting this pressure on myself, or was it because of what was around me that I thought, which is what you're dealing with now. I don't remember being called out for anything, but I was very aware that I had hips and I had a nice butt. Like I was aware of that. And yes, so, maybe me, not being happy with just with what I had and still wanting nice, fuller breasts. Maybe that was something that I felt,
Nobody's happy with what they got.
Ain't that right? Like,
Yeah.
you're never happy. You're never just
No one's
content
ever
with
fulfilled.
what you have. You always want something else. And now in some cases, it's great to feel that way. Like, you're always supposed to aspire to want more and be better. But when it comes to, like, your body image and how you see yourself, that's one thing. Or you should just be, like...
Yeah, it's like you were made like that for, like, not a reason, but, like, that's how you...
yeah, it's just,
You gotta love it.
Love yourself.
Self.
But in that same...
Hashtag self-love.
in that same vein, though, the whole, no body shaming and, body positivity and stuff, I do feel like it's
People don't know how to do that.
encouraging people to live unhealthy lifestyles. Like,
People who want to gain weight, they overeat and...
I'm not saying anybody should hate themselves, but I do feel like, hell, too skinny or too big, whatever that is to you, I feel like you should want to be your best self, and then being your best self is being healthy and taking your health seriously and investing in being healthy. And so I understand when people are, saying like what the trainer, I think it was Jillian Michaels, said about Lizzo.
Yeah.
And it's
she's
like,
obese and she knows it, and it's not healthy.
And I completely understood where she was coming from. And though, yes,
harsh.
it was offensive, it was very offensive, but I do understand where she's coming from, because it's like, you can love yourself all while striving to like, just, it's unhealthy. Lizzo's size is not healthy. And we have to acknowledge that. And I don't feel like it's okay for her or anyone else to push people, or not push people, but just spread this message that
Like,
it's okay to be this way, and just be that way and not do anything about it.
Like that.
I'm not okay with that.
Comedian dude.
Oh, Fluffy. Yes. What's his name? Gabriel Iglesias, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just not okay when, and with him, it's like, when does the self-deprecation stop? It's like
Is this making you happy? Like, is this hurting you in the inside?
And I have to be honest, I have not listened to his stand-up in a very long time, but the titles of his shit is still calling himself Fluffy. It's like, it's old now. You've been saying that since the early 2000s. I need you to...
Like, I get that's like his main thing, but...
Right.
Things get old.
Yeah. And I'm just not into people like just, it's okay to be able to, it's healthy to be able to crack jokes about yourself. And, you know,
Once you're
all of us have
comfortable
flaws. It's 100% okay. But when all you do is self deprecation and all you talk about it are things you don't like about yourself, it's terrible. And I just don't believe that should be anybody's life, like just their existence, just always down on themselves. It's like, sweetie, stop. Sit down and write down all your accomplishments and just read those off to yourself, because this
Like,
has to stop.
that's not
All the
cute. That's not
negativity.
cute.
Like, I just,
Like any kind of negativity is not cute. About yourself, about others, like.
Yeah, but I am not okay with the message. Just like we weren't okay with the message that, I mean, we were getting and are still getting from fashion, from the fashion industry, about how the models being so thin and so tall, and like just that was, like it shouldn't, this whole plus size model thing, it shouldn't be a plus size model. They're models, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, just that messaging that this is how you need to look to wear our clothes, or to,
But, like,
it's not okay.
Like in Target, there's like little pictures above the rack things. Like it's thicker girls, and it's like mannequins, thicker mannequins, and it's like, that's nice. It's like plus size section, okay. It's like,
which, I mean, they stopped, didn't they? I feel like they stopped the plus size section, didn't they? Like everything's like
together now.
together, but there was like a definite.
Yeah, it said plus size. I think that's in I saw in one store. I think it was Forever 21 or something like that. They're like the plus size section, and it was so tiny.
Yeah.
I was like, jeez, jeez, can you not make a crop top bigger? Not just a little more fabric. Like, it's not that difficult.
But I remember when I was a kid and Nanny, you know, was shopping the plus size section, and she like everything, literally everything was just full of all these colors and prints. It was like fucking a kid's section, but in plus size clothes. Like everything was just floral print, and just, it's like, can they get some cute clothes, please? Like, you just want every big woman, every big girl to just walk around just head to toe flowers. Not okay. So even, I mean, just the fact that a store like Forever 21 even started a plus size section is like good, but then it's like just add, I mean, it's
Just
the
put it
same
together.
clothes,
Yeah.
just put that 2X on the same rack as that small.
And like, I bet like when thicker people like walk into that, they're like, oh, gotta go to this section. It's like,
right,
oh,
it
gotta go to this.
calls them out, right?
It's like segregation.
Yeah. But you know what? That also happened with kids' clothes when they made plus size girls in the husky boys section. Like, it was separated from the rest of the kids' clothes, and it's like, so you go shopping with your kid, and
you
you
see
gotta
like
stand.
these little tiny kids over there.
Yeah, your kid is isolated to the husky section.
And then
like,
they ask me, Mom, can I go over there? It's like,
or they just see something over there they like, but it's not available in their little in their section. You know, it's just, it sucks. So
it's basically just segregation for different sizes.
yeah, we have fucked up our kids.
We love society. Yeah, go society.
But yeah, I don't know, the whole body image thing. I mean, I feel like it'll never go away. The more I think about it, the more it was like, yes, I did, you know, if I saw, I remember thinking like, if I saw just like or even just comparing the average black girl shape to the average white girl shape from high school, it was like, what do guys see in them? They so like tiny and just like, it's just like, what do they, because I was raised and brought up and conditioned to believe like hips and all this was like so important, and it's like, Why doesn't she have this? Like, what do they see? So I remember thinking those things. Like, the more the more thought I'm giving it. I remember actually thinking that, and just so the whole. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it, and how do you feel about yourself?
So, I see there's some girls in my school who are like they're really short and they're like super thin. Like they barely have thighs. And I'm not I'm skinny. I'm skinny. But I'm not, like, I still have some meat in my bones. And it's like, but then my friends are like, oh my god, Kelly, you're so skinny. It's just like, leave alone. I know. I can see that.
So you look at your size in a negative way, it sounds like.
Not a lot, but a teeny.
A teeny.
Just not, I just wish I was as skinny as I was. Like, it comes with the height. But, yeah.
Okay. No, your height has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, a little bit.
My friend is tall and she's not.
I always.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, she's tall, 5'10", and yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, I mean, and I've heard you say, like, I want to gain weight. And I'm like, just, if you're going to do that, then please do it in a healthy way, because you can't control where those Cheetos fall. So.
Did you know potato chips are the most fattening junk food? You could get, like, super fat just from eating potato chips. Not even, like, all food, just.
Stop it. That sounds gonna be.
I'm sorry. From just eating potato chips, like, they're the worst. Out of all junk food, potato chips.
Potato chips. I'm happy I'm not a big chip person. Wait, Pringles?
Those are potato chips.
I know, but they're not as greasy as like Lay's.
They're still.
No,
salt.
I don't eat a lot of chips. Period, though.
I'm in health class, guys. I know some things. I started health class this semester. Trans fat.
She's learning some things.
Trans fat is like deadly. It's like
I
the
know,
worst kind of fat.
Just a few years ago, it was like this whole movement to like, no trans fats. Everybody's like reading labels, no trans fats.
And they have to put it. They're like, there's no there's like trans fat, 0 grams. You just shouldn't have to mention it.
You just shouldn't.
Just don't put it in there. Like, we already know what it can do. Just, you shouldn't even think about it. It's like,
I mean, but if people looking for it, just like, hell, there's foods that are just naturally gluten-free, but the package says gluten-free just to get people's attention.
Yeah, and it's like, it's like, I'm pretty sure you didn't need to scream that into my ear. And like, like, I'm sorry, I'm getting all technical and sciencey and healthy.
Oh my god, my baby's so smart.
But like, saturated fat. Did you know that saturated fat?
Yes.
Is, I think, yeah, saturated fat is solid at room temperature, and unsaturated fat is liquid at room temperature.
What is saturated fat? Let's start with, what the fuck is that?
Sort of forgot, but
wait,
you know.
Pause real quick. Your skin is looking real good though.
It is? Oh my god, is this
I see a difference. I'm seeing it. Did you put on your moisturizer?
I did.
Oh, she took it. He took care.
My god, unordinary, shameless plug.
Is it called Ordinary?
Unordinary.
Unordinary. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea
like
what the hell I bought. You were like, this is what I want. This is gonna fix everything. I was like, okay. Let's go get
you the video. You're like, I got you. I was like, yes.
That's what you want. Okay, I go get it.
And like, I only saw like someone like, it was on TikTok. She like duetted somebody like showing. They're like, I got it, and I'm gonna see if it works. I didn't even see if it actually works.
Right.
She's like, if you want clear skin, get this. I'm like,
okay. Go ahead and get it right now.
I got you, lady. You're really pretty. Your skin's so clear. I'm gonna try it. This is very controversial. Yes. like subject. Anorexia.
Yee.
Yeah, I have to be
Okay.
careful because I'm not the smartest person. So I don't know what if I say something
You
offensive.
just are not well versed on that
Yeah.
specifically. You are a smart person. Don't do that. It upsets
But
me.
I have a question. I don't mean to offend anybody whatsoever.
Just ask your question.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, I have a story that goes with the question. My friend, bleep, I went to her birthday party, and it was like at a hotel. And she was looking in the mirror. We were going to go to the pool. She had a swimsuit on. She was like, she's super skinny. Like, she's not super skinny, but she's like about the same size as me.
You're not super skinny.
She's a little thinner than me. And she was looking in the mirror. She's like, I'm so fat. I'm like, are you sure about that? She's like, well, she like laughed it off. She's like, ha. Then she's like, but like, no, for real, I'm fat. I'm like, that's not, you don't match the definition of the word fat. And I was wondering, like, is that like, do people see themselves differently? It's like,
it's a whole thing
make
called.
the actual question.
Oh, okay.
Do people with like that mindset think that they're fat even with like their bones could literally be showing, like their ribs are
Yes.
showing?
They
think,
see it's a name for it, well, a word for it. Body dysmorphia, I think it's called. Hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, like they see themselves as much bigger than what they actually are. So they like they can't see what you see. So they're always striving to, won't even say striving. They're just complaining about it or working to be a different way when they're already skinny and they see themselves as really big. Which I get it, because I've always felt, I've never been like skinny. So, and I've, a lot of my friends, a lot of the people I hung with were shorter than me. So I've just always felt Amazonian compared to my crew. And once I did lose, and then once I gained more weight, I was like, oh my God, like I am huge. And whenever I would say that, like, I mean, of course nobody's gonna be like, yeah, girl, you big as fuck. But they're like, no, you like maybe could lose 10 pounds. I'm like, no, I've gained 25 pounds and I needed to lose some before I gained that. So like I need to lose all this weight, and like people made me feel bad for complaining about my weight. When I'm like, I've gained so much and I already felt big before I gained it. And even once I lost it, I still felt Amazonian. And then, I like to wear heels. And so that added on
it's just you
top.
being tall.
But that added on top of like never having like a petite frame. Always kind of, I don't know, kind of envied women that were like just small and they just seemed so feminine. And I just always felt like this big woman.
I'd rather be Wonder Woman than.
It's so funny. A friend of mine has a niece that's like a petite girl, and she's engaged to this very tall man, and she was like, she has the body of a child. Like his interest in her has me thinking like, is he a pedophile? And I was like, no, she's a grown woman. She's just tiny. Like, leave them alone, you asshole. But like I've just used to just like, I just want to feel like small sometimes, and I'm just this big presence. And
it's like sometimes I realize like I'm walking with my friends, I'm like, well, I'm tall. Well, I mean, like, I'm not even that tall. But to them, they're like, no, you're tall. Okay, I'm like, okay, calm down. You're just short. You're
Yeah.
5 foot. Calm down. I'm not that
Right.
tall.
Right. It's like I'm not even.
Like,
I'm
you think
barely 5'8", and I was like, "Well, you're tall." It's like, no,
I'm just taller than you,
I'm not.
midget.
Right.
Like, you're 4'8". Be quiet.
you dwarf, you little person.
It's like, you think 5'1" is tall. Be quiet.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're like, no, Kimmy, you're really tall. I just attract short people, I guess, as friends. Or that's just all I can find. But yeah, they're just
Or they can only find you.
like, it's like, we're like, oh, hi.
A beacon of light. Let me follow it.
But yeah, they just think I'm so tall. But as soon as I went to
I
high
just
school,
had the imagery of a bug zapper. I'm sorry. He just, yeah, the light.
oh, like in Wreck-It Ralph at the end, Ralph. Oh my god.
Oh,
But
sorry.
it's
Okay.
like in middle school, I was like one of the tallest people in the school, and I was like, oh dang. But then I went to high school, and like all the guys, all the girls. There's this one girl. I don't know what grade she is. I just see her a lot. She's really pretty. She's like taller than me. I think she's either sophomore or junior. She's super tall, like super tall. I was like, oh, I've been defeated. I've been out-hided.
Out-hide it?
Yes. You know.
Too
Don't do that. But yeah, it's like I'm really not that tall. Like you guys are just really tiny. And then when I say that, they're like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, you are 3'1".
I mean, in their families, they're probably like, you know, that's average for them.
I mean,
And they probably feel, you know, everybody's eye to eye, but then you come home and everybody's eye to eye, so you're like,
Bestie's mom is like pretty. She's taller than her. Bestie's mom is taller than her. Like
Okay.
she's not eye to eye. Her grandpa is taller.
is your bus stomach?
Oh my god, are you hungry?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
Like I think I've seen her grandma. Yeah, she's taller than like Bestie is. She's like average height.
Mm-hmm.
She's
What,
not,
like 5'6"?
pretty sure. No, she's 5'4". It's not bad. It's a little
I
bit.
mean, none of it's bad.
I'm saying it's like it's not that much lower,
Shorter.
shorter. But she doesn't. Her family is not that short. I mean, so upset that I can't say names. It's so hard. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. I just break out.
It's like, ah, we were so close.
Just got that done. Just got rid of that. But I have a Filipino friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's just natural. Like they come in short.
They come in short.
That's the only size.
They are.
She's
shorter
eye to
people.
eye with her. My friend. She was in track with me. That's how we first met.
They come short.
They come in short. She's eye to eye with her mom, her dad, like they're all short.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other friend, who's like the Junior Olympics dude, I
Mhm.
told you about him. He
yeah, I remember.
if I said a name, then you would understand. Get the nigga through my nerves.
But to say, I feel like we already messed that up, but we'll see.
Tell me just like I'm sorry. Okay. But he is half Filipino. He's Filipino and black.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I'm pretty sure his mom, on his mom's side.
Is this new friend?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
New friend? Wait.
Well, you say he was tiny.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. He's a 10th grader. Sophomore. Well, who I'm talking about is 9th grader.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, their blood is made of short blood cells. Like, that's what runs through their arteries.
Short blood cells.
Yes.
Either blood cells are short. Is that what I'm hearing?
Red blood cells, white blood cells, short blood cells.
I feel like you did not learn this in health class. I feel like you made this part up.
I learned this in science.
you learned about short blood cells in science.
Yes. Okay, fine. DNA, chromosomes, X and Y, dominant. Not dominant. I forgot what it's called.
But you, like
Me.
I just want. I mean, I tell you, but I want to continue to tell you that. Never mind. Well, no, like, you know, you're perfect. Love yourself. But of course, you know, I'll keep trying to get her. She has a whole gym membership and she won't come to the gym with me. I just want you to take care of yourself, take care of your body, learn that, make that a way of life. Like I told you, Granny M was like, I'm gonna have to do exercise for the rest of my life, and it's like, yeah, baby.
You should.
You should.
Do that.
Then we probably could have avoided this stroke if you had just already been doing it, but you know, thank God you made it through, and let's exercise.
Stop hurting.
But yeah, so just that's the part I want you to do. Like, be healthy, take care of yourself, take what you eat seriously. Little miss, can I eat? Eat double chocolate ice cream for breakfast.
It's good. It's so good. It's the one where it's like dipped in dark chocolate. It's so good, guys. It's Häagen-Dazs.
It's what?
Häagen-Dazs.
Yeah. Okay. So, I guess.
But, yeah. I'll have moments where I'm like, oh, ooh, look at you. You're cute. I'm like, ooh.
And that's the way you should feel that way every day. That's why I'm so like adamant about you wearing real people clothes out the house and not wearing, not looking like you belong in a People of Walmart book. Like, if you wear that fucking hoodie and those leggings one more time, they're going to walk to school next to you.
It's
Like,
comfortable. Like that one outfit you wear with the blue and white and black stripes and the puffy wig, Party City wig jacket and them pants.
It was the jacket that was uncomfortable.
It was the jacket and the pants. The pants made me mad a lot. The shirt was fine. It was the pants that made me mad. And the jacket.
Because the pants made it like you had a penis.
Yes. They were so baggy just right here, and I could grab it and tie it. I just have a bun on my no-no square. Like,
no square.
Stop. Don't touch me there. That is my no-no square. We had an argument earlier about that.
Because it's not a square. They just use square because it rhymes. Because there's 3 points in the front. 1, 2, 3. That's a triangle.
I'm a child of God. Don't touch my bob.
Fucking TikTok.
I made that one up.
You did? Just now? I mean, my baby's so creative.
I'm a child of God. Don't touch my bob.
Why you whispering it though?
Okay. I'm a child of God. Don't touch
Oh
my
Lord,
bob.
she.
I'm a trademark it. Is that the right word?
Copyrighted? I don't know these things.
I'm gonna get a label. Sign label record producer.
No.
Label producer. Music producer.
But this.
Dude, like, yes, that song only. Send it out.
It's not even a song. It's a rhyme.
Okay, then it's your kids' rhyme.
I don't like this. I don't like what's happening. I don't like it.
Oh my god. Okay, this is not related to. I mean, we already went off track.
Yeah.
Topic. But I saw. Well, Bestie sent me a screenshot of an article of that in my elementary school they had to have a presentation about vaping. In elementary school.
Yeah.
Why do you?
Because it started that early. Hell, you were offered it in 7th grade. That's only a year after elementary school.
Yeah, but there's like first graders and stuff. Like they shouldn't even be knowing what it
They should
smoke
know what it
is.
is, so they know to stay away from it. You start those conversations early.
But then they'll get curious. But then they won't know what to avoid. Yeah. But...
Or even if they see like a brother with it or something, then maybe they can go home and be like, yo, bro, don't do that. Love you. Okay, so, well, I'm happy.
Did you have an
Please
article?
put that down. I was going to, but
I took up time. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
What's it about? What's it about?
No, you're fine.
I'm not
Just
I'm
talk
not
about,
good. I'm
like-
not good at reading things.
It was just about how to approach or how to cultivate positive teen body image. How it starts early. These conversations start early. And wait, so I thought I was going to ruin you that well, those 2 times you came back from Nanny's house 15 pounds heavier than when I sent you.
Oh my god, I was so chubbs.
You
My
were.
face,
I thought I was
everybody
gonna ruin
noticed.
you by like no, you can't stay this size. Like Nanny broke you. You are fat, and we're going to fix it. Was my attitude,
I
and I
mean,
was
everybody
very
already-
vocal about it.
Everybody argued. They're like, oh my god, you got so chubby. Like, it
Like,
was
everybody.
everybody. My friends' parents.
Everybody. I remember Kendra was like, "Oh my God, you're so chubby. Look at her face. Her face is so fat. She's so chubby." Kendra could not take it.
My friend, she went to Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
She was like, oh my god, you look so, like, you're so chubby. Oh my god, look at you. And then I lost like a week later.
Right. It took no time after you came back home. And it's like, because you don't feed a kid fucking Jack in the Box at midnight. And
No,
let
it
them
was
stay.
ramen.
It was what?
Ramen.
Ramen.
She just had ramen noodles. Because I wouldn't go to sleep at the time that they did. I was always up super late and sleep during the day, even though she always wanted me to do stuff. And so I'd be always so tired. But she'd be like, you hungry? I'm like, what's wrong? She'd on there making a comeback.
Yes, and then they would give you soda. And I'm like, we don't drink soda. In
remember-
my family, we do not drink soda.
I remember
Like,
TT.
Oh my God.
TT told me.
Yes, but it was so ridiculous though because TT was a diabetic and
Good to me.
and Nanny, like you raised a diabetic. Like this happened in your house, so you know all the right shit to do, and you still sitting here just feeding this bullshit to my baby. Oh, I was so mad. I was so mad.
I was very satisfied.
Of course you were.
My God, the guy's food was great.
And TT Ronnie was like, the baby don't understand she wanted soda. Soda good. I gave it to her.
It was Diet Coke. No, Diet Pepsi. Pepsi is gross. Coca-Cola's better. But it was soda.
God, they like. But anyway, I brought that up because I thought that the way I handled you gaining this weight and me completely losing my shit about it, I thought that was going to ruin your image of yourself. And thank God it didn't. But I thought that was going to, like, when I was in hindsight, like after it all passed, and I was like, I probably should not have said the things
you're
that
fat.
I said. But I just did not want you to just
Think it was okay.
think it was okay to just eat that way and just be unhealthy like that, especially as a kid.
You would have lost it anyway.
Like, it was nothing
I know.
about it was okay.
I said that wrong. You wouldn't have bought me the stuff that she
No,
gave me anyway,
yeah,
so it wouldn't
yeah.
have happened again unless I
Right.
visited again.
Yeah.
So.
But I was so upset with her for letting that happen, like, because
And they didn't say anything.
No.
So I was just like,
Which literally makes no sense. It literally, like, it's illogical. Like, I mean, I was so young. They were very set in their ways because when Ronnie was diagnosed with diabetes, she was 15. So they were very set in their ways, and that, I mean, it was a very difficult transition for TT to have to shift the way she ate and lived and everything. Like, she struggled with that for years because She been, living a normal life, not having to think about this for 15 years, and then all of a sudden it's like, gotta change everything for Nanny.
It's like
she was grown when this happened, full grown woman, so it's like, oh, I gotta change the way I cook, the way I shop, like
it's like literally
all of
everything else, like
everything
being
changed.
blind, being deaf, like you have to
Right.
learn a whole new like sort of language to adapt to living.
And for me, I was
properly.
so young, and I saw all these things transpire, and I missing school because my sister's in the hospital for weeks at a time. And I was very young, so the transition for me wasn't as difficult, and I saw like, oh, this not good for you, this not good for you, this not good for you. And I stopped drinking soda at a very young age, and it's just it just was mind-boggling to me that you have like a kid in your care, and this is what you're feeding them when you know how terribly it can go wrong. Like diabetes runs in our family. We have multiple family members with diabetes. You have family members on both sides, with diabetes, and it was just like, oh my God, my kid is doomed.
The only real soda that I love a lot,
Ginger ale.
Especially vanilla.
Oh yeah, fucking
When they-
Coca-Cola freestyle.
When they came out with them flavors,
You lost it, didn't you? Put all the flavors in one cup. Any good shit from the week besides your slumber party? What else?
I told you this. You were like, ha ha ha, so funny. Write it down. There's this girl. This is sort of body shaming. I feel bad now.
You feel bad now?
But it's funny.
What happened? I don't remember the
it's
story,
okay,
so you
okay,
have to
so
tell me again. Stop doing that.
My
Stupid
feet
fucking
are long.
monkey
And it's
toes. I
just
don't even
right
know why
there.
we need the table anymore. We're just gonna stop putting it over here because you keep moving it.
I mean, it's like my legs. Okay.
There's a table. She moves it with her monkey toes. No, no one wants to see that.
But there's a girl in my health class. She was also in my human geography class before that, and she's very top heavy, like Wendy Williams. And I was like, she just loves to wear all the crop tops with the low cuts, and then you just look down. It's
What
like,
grade is she in?
same grade as me.
Shit, where am I at?
Oh, they don't care.
I see.
Or they just hide it. Put a jacket over it, then zoop.
Pop up at your school, see what you actually be wearing.
You know what I wear.
Right. Sweatshirt and leggings.
But and I was telling her in the car earlier this week, and
Hello, I'm her.
she's her. And I was like, I don't know what, like I don't know why she just loves to show off that one.
Oh yeah, you said
Great
she sticks.
feature.
Oh, I do remember this. You
Yeah,
said she sticks her butt out.
Yeah, and it's
Just-
like,
Ugh.
you're really the CEO of the letter P.
Oh, I do remember that. That was funny to my spirit.
And it's like, she's literally like the letter P. She's really short, she's really tiny, and then it's just.
Sounds like all my aunts on my nanny side, mama side, like everybody have like really really big breasts, and they had them. They've had them since birth. All of them. Like all.
That's
all
the
of
only
my
one I can
aunts.
think of.
Yeah, all of my aunts on my
my God,
mom's
my
side,
ankle.
everybody is very top heavy. Then they have little bitty legs.
My God.
Little bitty legs used to be so funny. Like see Tracy in shorts, and her shorts would like sit around her leg. Her leg just be sitting looking like Patty Mayo from Doug. Oh, sorry. Patty Mayo from Patty Mayonnaise from Doug. You probably don't remember her, do you?
No, I don't. No.
I've dated myself. But Patty Mayo, she had her shorts would be this big, and then her leg just standing in the middle.
cartoon where it's like animal and he like wears pants and it's like the shirt's like this big around each of his legs.
Right.
Like,
That was Titi Tracy's. Like, oh, she's so tiny. And then
it's like this.
she's like all of like 5'1". She's so little.
She is.
The biggest thing on her were her boobs.
I know.
Oh, your feet are so cold. But okay. Yeah, so
Gosh.
she just, she's falling into the whole thing too. I guess, nobody's safe from it. From just the whole body image thing and how you think you're supposed to look. Just like, hell, it was a big thing having thin eyebrows and everybody was tweezing away, and now it's all about having these full eyebrows. And so everybody's like, how do I get them back? So they're drawing them on all wrong and stupid, and it's just, we all fall victim to it. Okay, do you have more things to share with us, good people?
Think so.
Okay. Well, that's been us. Ooh, did your shoulder just pop? Little baby and moms.
Little baby and moms.
We're working on some things, adding some stuff, some segments and whatnot.
Oh.
So you was like, what? I don't know what's happening. So, but yes, let us know your thoughts on this whole body image thing. Do you love you? Is there something you're a certain way you're aspiring to look? And what do you think about like our kids being targeted? I mean, hell, they're targeted with everything. Just ask Joe Camel. You don't know, it was before your time, but my generation, Joe Camel was a thing. He made smoking look cool.
Oh my god, just
But yes, share with us. Like, share, subscribe, and
better
let
share,
us
I
know.
swear to God.
Okay, let's not be threatening. We want them to come back. Ooh. Like, share, subscribe.
A bulldog.
Email us things at howaschoolpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll see you again next week.